Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Project 78. This episode, I went out and bought my daughter a car. She's 18. She just graduated high school, and I wanted to get her set up with a set of wheels. I dug around Marketplace for about a month and came across this thing. It's a 2014 Chevy Sonic hatchback model with the LT trim. It's a 1.4 liter turbo, produces 138 horsepower, and a 6-speed automatic transmission. We got a great deal on it, and I thought it was a perfect first car for her, so we jumped on it. Everything about the car works great. Visually, I mean, it has some dents, some dings, some scratches, but the biggest problem that we saw is the paint. The paint is just faded. The roof and the hood, the clear coat is just like, I don't know, it is completely faded and very sun-beaten. So what I'm going to try and do is sand this out. I bought some sandpaper, some really fine grit stuff, and we're going to try and wet sand this. I've got some buffing compound, and we're going to see what we can do with it. All right, so this is the sandpaper kit I got. It's got 25 sheets. It's got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, and 7,000 grit. So I think what I'm going to do, ultimately I wanted 4,000 grit to start, but this didn't have it. So it's got 3,000. So I really want to cut into this first with 3,000. I'm going to lightly go over it, start it, see how it goes, and kind of assess after I start sanding this out. All right, so first thoughts with the 3,000 grit. You can definitely tell a difference. Obviously, it's much smoother. You come over to the spot where I did not do. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but the paint has like hairline cracks in it. It's probably the clear coat. The goal is to try and get those out without digging through the entire clear coat and ruining this paint. But it is what it is. I mean, didn't really look that good anyway. So whatever improvement I can get out of it, I'll probably be happy with it. I'm going to keep going. All right, actually looks good. Looks good. I got some glass cleaner. Just going to spray this on to get the rest of the residue off. All right, sanding is done for now, I think. I'm gonna try and buff this out a little bit with some compound. It's super smooth, looks good. I mean, you can still kind of see some hairline cracks in there. Again, I don't know if it's gonna show up, but as long as I can get this back to a shine and get these color inconsistencies out, which you should have no problem doing. I'm gonna use a buffing wheel. I got a fresh pad on there. And I've bought some Meguiar's Ultimate Compound Color Clarity Restore. So we're going to try this. I've got some other stuff here too. I don't know how well this is going to work. It's a Meguiar's product. I'm usually pretty partial to Meguiar's. So we're going to give this a shot and see how it goes.
All right, this is where we are. So I've been buffing this thing off for probably 10 minutes. Got all the residue off of the compound, and you can obviously see, the difference there. It's definitely still not where I want it to be. You definitely see down here, this is where it wasn't too damaged, but the further you go up, you can kind of see it's definitely faded. So I don't know, I think this is still a clear coat issue. So I'm gonna keep going. I'm probably gonna try a heavier cut compound to see if I can cut into this a little bit more. We'll keep going. All right guys, so I just got done wiping off the compound. So the results are not exactly what I thought they were gonna be. You can still see the spot right here. For whatever reason, the clear coat did not get touched there. I don't know if there must have been something on the hood that did not burn through the clear coat. You can see the difference. I mean, obviously that side I still got to buff out, but the side here, I mean, you can see where the paint's really good down here. And if I can get in there, maybe if I look the other way here, you'll kind of see what I'm talking about with these hairline cracks in the clear coat. So if you guys know what that is, let me know, because I don't want to sand this anymore. I think I'm going to get it to a point where it's presentable. Put some wax on this thing, and I think I'm going to call it good enough. So I'm going to continue on the driver's side and get that buffed out. All right, I think this is going to be the finished product. But if you guys know what this is, the clear coat definitely looks burnt. Again, I don't want to sand it anymore in fear of creating even more damage. But the finish is smooth, everything looks good. It's just that it's got that cloud to it. I can't get it out. So I'm running out of daylight. I'm going to pull it back in the driveway, give it a bath. We'll see how it looks. We got it all cleaned up. This is going to be it. As you can see, not perfect. Presentable. That's up to you guys to decide. I don't know. I'm not happy with it, but I guess it's better than it was. It does have a shine to it. But I do believe after looking at it a lot closer, I think the clear coat actually is just burned off of it. And I'm into the paint at this point. That's what it feels like to me. I'm no paint expert. But we are going to wrap this one up. And also, Cutlass is still on the ramps. You guys are wondering. She's still here. We've got some parts to get. I've had a lot going on over the summer. So I do plan on getting back to this guy. So stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you guys next time.